This story was sent in by Ryan from Ohio. He said it all started with a strange dream and ended with a message in his own handwriting that he doesn't remember writing. This morning, I opened my math notebook, and on the last page was a message I didn't write. The handwriting wasn't mine. It was shaky, slanted, like someone wrote it fast, like they were scared. It said, "If you're reading this, you made it out. But I didn't. He's real. Don't sleep again." And the name at the bottom, it was mine. I just sat there staring at it. The bell rang for first period and I didn't move, because I remembered the dream it came from. The hallway, the ticking clock, the door that opened by itself, and the man with no face. And I remember the deal I made. It all started as a normal dream. I was walking through my school, but the lights were off. No voices, no footsteps, just a loud ticking, like a giant clock echoing through the halls. I remember trying to find my locker. I turned the corner and saw it. Number 128. Only in the dream, it wasn't my locker, it was a door. I opened it and there was a staircase leading down. I didn't question it. You don't in dreams, you just go. I walked down. The ticking got louder. At the bottom there was a classroom, totally empty, except for a man sitting at the teacher's desk. I say man, but he had no face, no eyes, no mouth, just smooth skin where features should be. He turned toward me anyway, and somehow I knew he could see me. He raised a hand and pointed to a chair. I sat down. Then he reached into a drawer, pulled out a notebook and opened it. It was mine, my actual math notebook. The same stickers, same bent corner. He flipped to the back page, then he looked at me and said, in a voice that sounded like static, "You can leave the dream, but one of you stays behind." I didn't answer. I couldn't. But he handed me a pen. I took it. He pointed to the page. And I remember thinking, what happens if I don't write anything? That's when I noticed something behind him. A second version of me, sitting quietly in the corner. It looked just like me, except his eyes were open way too wide. It wasn't blinking. It whispered, "Write it." I woke up, gasping, sweaty, shaking, but it was just a dream. That's what I told myself. Until this morning, when I opened my notebook, and the back page was filled in. Not just the words. The handwriting matched mine. But I don't remember writing it. The only thing I know is this. Last night, I slept. But this morning, I woke up with a notebook full of warnings, and a feeling that the version of me still in that dream might be trying to come back. This story was sent in by Kelsey from Oregon. She said it started with a strange dream and ended with something in her bedroom drawer that should never have existed outside of sleep. This morning, I opened my nightstand drawer, and sitting right on top was the bracelet. Not a bracelet. The bracelet. The one I saw in my dream. The one I buried in the dream. The one with the cracked blue gem that hummed when I held it. It was sitting there like it had always been mine. But I swear to you, I've never seen it before last night. And in the dream, I wasn't supposed to keep it. I was supposed to get rid of it. Because in the dream, they told me if I woke up with it, it meant something had followed me out. That first dream was just weird. I was walking through a garden, but the sky was pitch black. No stars, no moon, just plants and vines glowing like they had electricity inside them. At the center was a table. On it was a small wooden box. I opened it, and inside was a bracelet. Old silver chain, blue stone in the middle, cracked straight through like lightning had hit it. When I picked it up, it hummed. Not like music, like it was alive. And then I heard a voice say, "If you take it, something must stay." I turned around. 3 people were standing behind me. Their faces were blurry, like they were smudged, but they kept whispering, "Leave it, leave it, leave it." I dropped the bracelet and woke up. My heart was racing, but it faded quick. Just another weird dream. Until the next night, same dream, same table, same box. But this time, the bracelet was already on my wrist. I tried to take it off, but it wouldn't budge, and the voices were louder now. Put it back. You don't want what comes next. You won't wake up alone. I ran, back through the glowing plants, through the dark garden, and everything was whispering now, even the vines. I dove through a wooden archway, heard something following me, and then I woke up, panting, sweating. I looked at my wrist. Nothing, no bracelet. I laughed a little, felt stupid for being scared. But this morning, I went to grab my earbuds from my nightstand drawer, and there it was, the exact bracelet, same chain, same cracked blue gem, sitting on top of my headphones. And when I touched it, it hummed, soft and steady, like it had always been mine. I asked my parents if they had seen it before. They hadn't. I even tried throwing it out, tossed it in the outside trash bin. The next morning it was back, not on my wrist, just waiting. And last night the dream changed. I didn't find the bracelet this time. I found the box again, but when I opened it, something inside opened its eyes and whispered,
"You kept it."
This story was sent in by Jared from New Mexico. He says it all started with a recurring dream about a man standing in a parking lot. He thought it was just a weird dream, until the man showed up in real life. I saw him again this morning. Same coat, same hat, same blank stare. He was standing across the street from my school, just watching. He didn't move, didn't blink, just stood next to the street lamp like he'd always been there. But I knew him, not from real life, from my dreams. I've been seeing him for weeks in my sleep, always standing in the same spot of a parking lot, always watching me from far away, never speaking. But last night in the dream, he finally said something, just one sentence. "Now I know where you are." And this morning, there he was, awake, real. It was just a normal dream, wasn't it? I was walking through a grocery store parking lot, but there were no cars, just rows and rows of painted lines. And at the edge, right next to a flickering light, was a man, wearing a brown coat and a dark green hat. I couldn't see his face. It was blurry, like a fogged mirror. He never moved. He just stared at me. I walked past him and woke up. It was weird, but I didn't think much of it. Until I had the dream again. Same parking lot, same man, same spot. This time, I tried to walk toward him, but no matter how many steps I took, the distance never closed. Like the ground stretched out with every step. I started waking up, tired, restless, like my body had been chasing something all night. The dreams kept coming. Same man, same place, always watching. One night, I called out to him in the dream, "Who are you?" He didn't answer. He just tilted his head slightly. Then I woke up. It started messing with me during the day. I'd look out the window and feel like I was being watched. See someone standing still in the distance and panic even if it wasn't him. But last week it changed. In the dream, I walked through the parking lot again, but the man was gone. I looked around. He was closer, just a few feet away, still staring, still not speaking. Then last night, he was right behind me. I didn't even hear him walk. He just appeared. He leaned close to my ear and said, "Now I know where you are." I woke up gasping. Turned on every light in my room, sat there until sunrise. Thought maybe it was just stress. Maybe my brain was just playing tricks. But then, this morning on my way to school, I looked across the street. And he was there, same coat, same hat, just watching, exactly like the dream. I blinked, and he was gone. But now I keep checking every window, every corner, because if he can find me in real life, what happens when I fall asleep again? This story was sent in by Alyssa from Michigan. She said her dreams kept showing her a room that didn't exist, until one day it did. I opened the hallway door in our school basement and found the exact room from my dream. Same gray walls, same cracked tile, same window with no view, just pitch black glass. I stood there for a long time, frozen, because in the dream I'd only ever looked inside. I never stepped in. The voice in the dream always said the same thing: you only get one visit. And now, somehow, the room was real, waiting. I don't even know when the dream started. I just remember opening a door in a long hallway and finding a small room. It had a light bulb hanging from a wire. No furniture, just 4 walls and a single window, black as a tunnel. Every time I saw the room in my dream, it was silent, not creepy, just off. It felt like a place I wasn't supposed to be. And every time, a voice would whisper from behind me, "You only get one visit." I'd wake up confused, sometimes sweating, sometimes not even sure if I was dreaming at all. But the dreams kept coming. Same hallway, same door, same room. I never entered. I'd just open the door, stare inside, and feel that strange pressure, like the air was too thick. I even tried sketching it in my notebook. I showed it to my best friend Ava, just for fun. She laughed and said it looked like the old supply room in the school basement. That caught me off guard. I didn't know there was a basement. She said it was locked most of the time, but teachers used it for storage. I asked if she'd ever seen a room like the one I described. She hadn't. Still, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Then the dreams changed. The hallway got longer, the door got closer, and one night I heard something breathing behind the black window. I didn't even realize I was moving in the dream. But I took one step inside. The door slammed shut behind me, and I heard the voice again. Not a whisper this time. It was loud. Right behind my ear. Now it counts. I woke up so fast I fell out of bed. Didn't sleep the rest of the night. But the dream felt different. Like it was waiting for something. The next day at school, I wandered into a hallway I'd never really paid attention to. There was a metal door marked storage. I stood there staring at it. My hands were shaking. I told myself it wasn't the same door, couldn't be. But when I opened it, there it was, the exact room. Same smell, same cracked floor, same black window, no sound, no movement, just waiting. And I remembered what the voice said. You only get one visit. So I stood there, and I closed the door. And now I can't stop thinking about what happens if I ever see it again. Because if the dream became real, what happens if I open it a second time? This story was sent in by Daniel from Nevada. He said he kept dreaming of waking up in his bed, until one day he wasn't sure if he ever really did. I've woken up 6 times today. Each time my alarm went off. Each time I got dressed. Each time I went to school. And each time something was wrong. My mom's face was slightly off. My reflection blinked too slowly. My teacher kept calling me Ethan. My name isn't Ethan. And now I'm standing in my bedroom again. It's 7:02 a.m. My alarm just went off. But this time I haven't moved. Because I don't think I ever woke up, and I don't think I ever will. It began with one of those dreams where you think you've woken up. I got out of bed, got dressed, grabbed my bag. Everything was normal, until I opened the front door and saw nothing. I mean, nothing, just black space, no sky, no ground. Like someone had erased the world. I jumped back and suddenly, I woke up for real. That first time, it shook me, but I told myself it was just one of those false awakenings. Stress, school, whatever. But then it happened again the next night, and the next. Each dream got longer, more realistic. The details got sharper, like my brain was tricking itself harder every time. In one dream, I lived out an entire day, went to school, took a test, talked to friends, had dinner. Then I walked past the hallway mirror and saw nothing, no reflection. Then I woke up. The next night it got worse. I dreamt I woke up again, same alarm, same time, but this time the hallway was silent. No birds, no heater hum, even the fridge didn't buzz. The house was too quiet, like someone had turned off all the background noise of the world. That's when I realized something. I hadn't had a single real dream in days, only waking up, over and over. And I started wondering, what if I never actually did? I tried everything to test it. Pinching myself, writing something on my arm before bed, even setting alarms for random times. But every time I woke up, I'd check, and it was like none of it had ever happened. Like the dream was editing itself to keep me inside. Then came this morning. At least, I think it was morning. I opened my eyes, alarm blaring. I sat up, but didn't get out of bed. Just stared at the wall. It felt wrong, too bright, too clean. Then my door creaked open, and a voice, my own voice, spoke from the hallway. "Go ahead, wake up again, let's see what changes next." I didn't move. I still haven't. I'm sitting in bed, writing this down on paper I don't even remember owning, trying to catch it, prove something. But every few minutes, my alarm goes off again, same time, same blinking clock, same voice just outside the door. And if this is still the dream, I don't know what's waiting for me when I really wake up, or if I ever actually will.